Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to The Grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget that momentum is a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime with the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster, and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.
So what's your full name and where are you from?
Micah Kreighauser, Columbia, Florida.
What are you majoring in?
Majoring in sports management.
How long have you been playing baseball?
I've been playing baseball for around 16 years now.
What was your best high school experience?
My best high school experience was probably winning my 4th straight district title on the field with all my brothers that I've played baseball with since I was around 8 years old.
What made you choose Tacoma Falls College?
I think baseball led me here, and another big thing was I didn't really know God till I got here, and I think that He spoke to me and told me to come here as a person to better myself.
If you had one wish for baseball characteristic, what would it be?
Probably to be drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers, a team that one of my heroes used to play for.
What was your greatest baseball memory?
My greatest baseball memory? Probably pitching a perfect game that my dad coached in, and he was my coach for around, that was his 5th year coaching me, and it was my birthday and I threw a perfect game. I made all 12 outs.
What do you do to relieve stress off the field and on the field?
Big thing for me to relieve stress off the field is probably playing basketball. My dad introduced me to basketball when I was around 5 years old, and it's been a big part of my life ever since. And when I play it, I lose train of thought, and I just play the game. and it relieves a lot of my stress and problems that I have. And something I do on the field to relieve stress is actually not pitch. When I'm not pitching, I'd connect with my brothers and get to know them even more and talk about what's going on in their life and how they're doing and just little things on the field.
What do you do on your free time?
In my free time, I play video games with my buddies. Me and my roommate got to know each other. We argue a lot, and I'm really competitive, so a lot of the guys come in the room and get whooped in whatever they play in.
Tell me more about life back in Columbia, Florida.
Columbia is a small town, and everybody knows each other, and we all have each other's backs. And when you know everybody and it's that small, you make really special bonds with people that you get to know. And as of to this day, they still text me, even with this being my second month in college. They still text me and connect with me, and I even have buddies that went off to college to play baseball, and we all still connected.
What does your mom and dad do as their job?
My mom, she's always stressed out. She used to be a teacher at LCMS, which is Lake City Middle School. She did that for a couple years, and it was a big part of her life. And I know that she was always stressed out, and I tried to say some things to unstress her, but I ended up getting yelled at for little things. But now she's her job took her to a girls club director at the Lake City Girls Club. She works really well with kids, and I'm proud of her. She works really hard and supports me in everything that I do. My dad, on the other hand, he's a Columbia County supervisor for Lake City Rec Fields. He manages about 26 baseball fields and 6 soccer fields. He gets up at 4 a.m. every morning to get up and go to work around 8 o'clock. He also supports me in everything I do. He's put off some serious stuff to pay for me to come to college, and I couldn't thank him enough.
Do you have siblings? If so, what's their name and describe them?
I have a brother and a sister. First, my sister. She's the younger one out of all of us. She's 16. She gives me a hard time. She's been there for me ever since I can remember. Even when I played baseball in Lake City All-Star when I was 8 years old, she came to all my games, watched all of them, sat through rain, been there for me when I was hurt. She's helped me with my schoolwork to help me pass some classes that were kind of tough for me. I couldn't ask for a better little sister to have and argue with all the time. And my older brother, I haven't really had a chance to connect with throughout the years. This is some family stuff that happened. That's not his fault. That's not my fault. I called him a couple times while I was up here at college, and me and him talk, and it was cool to connect with my older brother, and he has my back, even though he couldn't really be there for me.
What would you tell your high school self?
What would I tell my high school self? Probably just be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you can't do something. I came into high school and I was terrified of some things that I thought were gonna scare me or hurt me, or I was gonna get bullied, but none of that really stuff happened. You just can't go in. You can't go in scared, and do your schoolwork, and turn this stuff on time. I promise you, it'll take a lot of stress off your mom and dad from yelling at you, and it'll take a lot of stress off of you, and just play baseball. Don't worry about the outside stuff.
What is the biggest regret in life?
My biggest regret in life is not listening to someone that's been there for me since day one. This guy, he told me everything that I needed to know and gave me all the aspects of life that he knew and poured it into me, and I chose not to listen to some things that he told me, and I think if I did, I'd be a little bit better person. Not saying I'm not a good person, but I think I'd be a little bit better person if I would have listened to him.
What do you like most at Toccoa Falls College?
I think the biggest thing for me is being on the baseball field with my brothers. Like I've connected with every single kid on this baseball team, and it's a really special thing when you can go out on the field and you know every one of them's got your back no matter what.
If you were to be drafted into the MLB, what team would you like to be picked up by?
First, the Texas Rangers, and second, the Milwaukee Brewers. I had a hero that got drafted to the Rangers and then got traded to the Milwaukee Brewers. He actually taught me how to pitch. I have a signed glove by him, and I have pictures in my room of him. I look at him every time I go home just to remind myself that's what I want to be and that's what I can be.
Who's the biggest mentor in your life and why?
Biggest mentor in my life is probably my dad. My dad's been there for me since I was a baby. He's told me everything I need to know about life, and he's given me some serious advice on things that I needed to know. And I chose to listen to him on some of the things that he told me. And Dad, if you're watching this, I chose not to listen to you some things, and I regret it. I regret it big time. But he's been there for me since day one. He's actually put off some serious things to pay for me to come to college, and I couldn't thank him enough. He bought me my first car that I didn't even ask for, and I couldn't thank God for giving me a better dad.
During Toccoa baseball fall season, what were some high moments and what were some low moments?
Some high moments. I think I bettered myself as a person on and off the field here. Another thing is I think I really developed even more as a pitcher coming straight out of high school. I came in a little too hot. Thought I was the stuff. Got here. Things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to on day one, but I think after the fall season was over, I think I'm at where I exactly want to be, and I think when spring comes, I'm going to be ready. Some lows, coming in too hot. I think that was a big low. I came in way too big-headed, and I think that was a really big issue. Another low is classes. Classes are insanely hard, and you have to do your schoolwork, and if you don't, there's gonna be some serious consequences.
How do you think the 2019 Toccoa Falls baseball season will go?
I think it's gonna go really well. I think we have one of the top pitching staffs in the country for NCCAA Division I baseball. We're not gonna take teams too lightly when we get into the playoffs. We're gonna take each team as serious as possible, and we're gonna hand them what we have.
What do you miss most about Columbia?
Being on the baseball field on Friday nights, especially in the playoffs, when everybody in Columbia County comes out and supports the baseball team, no matter what. And the kids that are playing there now, if you're watching this, I'm proud of you. Put all in the work. I hope you guys go really deep in the playoffs and take care of business.
What do you miss most about high school?
What do I miss most about high school? Probably walking in the hallways on game days. Walking in the hallways on game days is definitely a thing I miss in high school. When all your friends see you with your jersey on, they know it's game day. They know that you're not gonna let them down, and they're gonna come out and watch a team win and watch you play. And it's just really cool walking in the hallway, seeing everybody that you've ever grown up with in one spot, and you guys are all doing the same thing, and you guys are becoming better people and socializing with people that you can make friends with easy.
Why do you wear the number 24?
It's a very sentimental reason I wear it. I used to be number 33. A couple years ago, my sister passed away in a tragedy. It was really tough on me and my family, and it is still to this day. And I changed my number to 24, so that's how old she was. And in high school, unfortunately, I couldn't wear number 24 junior or senior year in varsity because we didn't have that size. Thanks, Coach. But it's really big to me that I wear it because it reminds me that I'm playing for someone that was always there for me, even when times are bad. And I've had the privilege and honor of receiving the number 24 this year at Toccoa.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag.